Hello, it's me again, Somnidelius Solarsius. Today we take a look at another Hollywood cheater, at the Charlie Sheen cheater. Well, Charlie Sheen himself is not a Hollywood cheater. In this case, the Hollywood cheater is Prince Pavlos of Greece, and Charlie Sheen is just a lie created by Prince Pavlos to fool the film spectators sitting in front of the TV. You heard me right. Charlie Sheen is rather a lie than a real existing person. He's a fake character which appears on screen whenever Prince Pavlos of Greece, the actual actor, decides to play this invented character in one of his fake productions, whether it is for interviews or for films. Charlie Sheen is just another lie employed by the European royals' artificial construction of a fake reality which serves the manipulation of our awareness, of our judgments, and of our moral values, which serves to avoid a culture of real freedom. Charlie Sheen is an invented character with an invented name tying you on the living room armchair and let you passively consume a royal, let's say, a royal bullshit production which subconsciously stuffs the NWO agendas into your mind under the camouflage coat of gossip and entertainment. Well, this may be hard words, but the truth behind these words is verified by the amount of scandals the European royals are staging as stories for their fake identities. I will give you a concrete Charlie Sheen example in this video later. But first of all, let's take a look at the proofs that Charlie Sheen is indeed a fake identity played by Prince Pavlos of Greece. I've already displayed some image comparisons between these two which showed they got the same shape of the face, especially the cheeks, the cheek lines, the mouth wrinkles and the chin are the same, like you see here. This comparison is also a very good one, so good that I want to use it to show you how well it is possible to melt these two faces into one by using overlay technique. Here's the face of Pavlos, and I let it slowly turn into the one of Charlie Sheen. So here's Charlie Sheen, and we let him switch back to Prince Pavlos. Yes. During the following transitions between the images, all characteristic features of the faces lie on top of each other. The mouth wrinkles, the curve of the chin, the eyes, the cheekbones. Between all the transitions, it all stays at the same place. So everything matches here. So here I show you another overlay technique comparison in which the faces of Prince Pavlos and Charlie Sheen are melting together into one. I think this particularly shows how the wrinkle lines of the cheek and of the chin are really exactly the same here. They have the same form. The eyes are the same. Yes. The nose, everything matches here. So this is the source I got the pic from I used for Pavlov's face in the previous comparison. It was from Getty Images. The link to the source can be seen at the top of the screen. This image shows Prince Pavlos together with his wife, Princess Marie-Chantal of Greece. And here's the source to an image of Charlie Sheen, also taken from Getty Images. And if you compare just this image of Pavlos and Marie-Chantal with this image of Charlie Sheen, you just really think, what the hell, is this the same man? Yes, indeed it is. But to every good verification also belongs an ear comparison. And I found this earshot of Charlie Sheen on Getty Images again. Getty Images is really the best platform for finding pics if you want to expose this royal scum. So look what I could make out of this Charlie Sheen image. This is an incredible sound ear comparison between Charlie and Prince Pavlos. The inner ear conchs have exactly the same form. Both foreheads have the same oblique inclination. Yes, this is a match. And I'm still not done with my proof, because a really incriminating proof does not only include ear comparisons but also wife comparisons. So let's compare Pavlo's wife, Princess Marie-Chantal of Greece, with Brooke Mueller, who was married to Charlie Sheen from 2008 to 2011. Same form of the eyes, same long pointed nose. The folds running from the cheeks to the bottom of the chin have the same shape and stretch around the mouth at equal intervals on both pics. And also the second comparison between the two spouses, I think I don't have to comment it anymore. It just shows how artificial the so-called Hollywood beauties are produced. A princess in her midlife crisis, camouflaged as an allegedly handsome star with a softer looking skin. This is exactly what shapeshifters are capable of. You can also believe in latex masks and such stuff, but I believe that the royals alter their outer appearance by shapeshifting. Now remember the beginning of this video. I told you that the fictional character Charlie Sheen is employed in the construction of the royal actor-based fake reality to manipulate our awareness, our mind, our moral virtues, and I also promised you to give a concrete Charlie Sheen example for that, a typically staged Charlie Sheen scandal, and I'm fulfilling this promise right now. In the last 2 minutes we've seen once again, to prove that a character is a mere fictional fake identity, you gotta expose the family relations connected with this fake identity. And it's the same with scandals royals are staging with their fake identities. Just imagine a scandal in which Charlie Sheen stuck a note with a pervert insult down the back of actress Sheen Young's pants while filming Wall Street. If family relations show that the actress Sheen Young is played by Pavlo's own sister, it's proven that this scandal is just staged and invented within the Greek royal family. I think you've already seen in the article I displayed that exactly this is what the Greek family did, so let me quote the first lines of this article. Sheen Young and Charlie Sheen worked together on the 1987 film Wall Street, directed by Oliver Stone. In a recent interview, Young made some shocking revelations about the inappropriate behavior of Charlie Sheen and Oliver Stone on the sets of Wall Street. She revealed Charlie Sheen had taped "cunt" on her back, while her clashes with Oliver Stone led to a much smaller role than planned. In an interview with the Daily Beast published on Monday, the 61-year-old actor said her co-star Sheen had written the word "cunt" on a piece of tape and stuck it behind her back while on the set of the film. Now, first of all, for all my German viewers, I am displaying a text in German which summarizes what happened in the scandal so that also my German friends understand what kind of stupid kindergarten scenario the Greek nobles came up with in the Charlie Sheen scandal. To all my German friends, please pause the video to read this text. Well, this is exactly what I told you at the beginning of the video. All the gossip which is spread by the star fake identities just serves to let you passively consume a royal bullshit production which serves to manipulate attitudes like our judgments or our moral values, which serves to engage us in discussions distracting us from the really important matters, which serves to spoil our children. Just think of all the gossip you can read about every single celebrity concerning drug abuse, sex affairs, pedophilia, vulgar insults, Amber Heard crapping in the bed of Johnny Depp. These are all bullshit stories invented by the European royals themselves, implemented by the fake identities played by these European royals. If the stage of famous actors and famous musicians would also be open for non-noble people like you and me, for people without any blue blood in their veins, then the entirety of stars would represent a colorful, heterogeneous mixture with many different curriculum vitas. But since all Hollywood actors and successful musicians are played by European royals, there is no heterogeneous mixture with many different curriculum vitas. There are only stars with always the same gossip stories about drug abuse, sex affairs, pedophilia, and vulgar insults. It belongs to the NWO agenda of these European royals to invent such scandals and bring them over with their star fake identities. Maybe by this, these nobles want to manipulate us into not striving for greater success. Maybe we all shall think that bigger success spoils you into a scandalous person automatically. But now let's get back to our Charlie Sheen cunt example. I was already anticipating that Sheen Young, the actress in whose ass crack Charlie Sheen put that perverted piece of paper, is played by a close relative of Prince Pavlos. What you're seeing here is a photo of Prince Pavlos with his wife Marie-Chantal and his sister Princess Alexia of Greece. And indeed, Sheen Young is played by Pavlo's sister Princess Alexia of Greece. So this entire Charlie Sheen cunt scandal had been just another royal family production. Or, in other words, it had been a hoax. I don't want to make a detailed analysis proving that Sheen Young is played by Princess Alexia of Greece. I've been exposing these royal fake identities for about 3 years now, and I gather tons of proofs for the matches I present in my videos. But it would go beyond the scope of this video to list all my evidence for the case of Princess Alexia playing Sheen Young. I just want to add one more proof for this match. Sheen Young had a kissing scene with Harrison Ford in the Blade Runner movie of 1982. And guess what? Harrison Ford is played by King Constantine II of Greece, who is the father of Prince Pavlos and Princess Alexia. The match between Harrison Ford and King Constantine II is quite difficult to see, but in my Just Staged Facebook group I made a very huge post which confirmed the identity between Harrison Ford and King Constantine to 100%. Unfortunately, the understanding of all this evidence requires background knowledge that I cannot put in a video which actually focuses on the comparisons with Charlie Sheen. But I invite everybody to join my private Just Staged group you can see here. In this group, all the necessary proofs are collected and I can present them to you in a longer explanation of connections if you ask me to do so. Well, I say goodbye for today. I'm very glad that I didn't just reduce this video on the exposure of the fake identity Charlie Sheen, but also showed how and why the nobles stage scandals with their fake identities, and that also these scandals can be exposed by the fact that the nobles always use their fake identities within their royal family group.